It is Monday morning, September the 5th, about 8:45 in the morning. Temperature right now is approximately 16 degrees and expecting a high of about 22, which is a darn sight better than what we had on Saturday when we hit 38 degrees. Just unbearable to kind of be out in and do anything in. The project for me today is to move these guys and girls into the indoor pond so I can tackle the leak on this one. As you can see, and I'll just zoom in a little bit here, the water level has dropped significantly again. It's down roughly 3 inches from where it normally operates. I have been filling it up every day to get the level to where it needs to be to keep things running, and as you can see here, the upflow returns have stopped because the pump has stopped. They will come back on again in a moment, as they're doing now. Every time the water level in the pump chamber drops a bit, the float switch kicks in and turns the pumps off. So it's done as a safety measure, but it is also right now a bit of a nuisance because these pumps and the filters keep cycling over and over and over again due to the decreased water level. And I've been putting a lot of water into the pond to keep things running as smoothly as possible, but it is getting to be a real nuisance. So I decided, well, you know, things are good and it's a comfortable day to be out here. I'm going to try and move all these ones indoors. I will take a video of them once I've got them inside. So I'm going to start that now. I expect it's going to take a bit of while to catch and move them, hopefully not too long. And you can see again, just as I'm chatting here for the few moments, that the pumps have shut off again. And we'll be back on momentarily. So I'm going to turn everything off now to make it easier to see and catch these guys. I'll get them indoors, and once they're down in the indoor pond, which is running very nicely right now, so I've got no issues with moving them in there, then I will get back out and just start shutting things down here to see where the leak has originated from, and know that the koi are safe inside. So I'm going to put the camera down now, get working on catching and moving the fish here, and then I will be back with you in a little while just to let you know how things have gone. Be back shortly with hopefully an update advising that I've been able to get everybody moved without too much problem. Good morning on Tuesday, September the 6th, 8:30 in the morning. It's a chilly 14 degrees out here at the moment. I'm expected to get up to around 24 by this afternoon. As you can see, the pond is looking very quiet at the moment. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here to give you a look at the side. You can clearly see the amount of water that the pond has lost in the last 24 to 48 hours, including yesterday. And it's down a good 6 to 8 inches, just based on the leak that I am looking to locate eventually. I moved all but 2 koi into the pond indoors yesterday. The only 2 remaining out here now are 2 black ones, which are extremely difficult to see and extremely difficult to catch. So I'm looking at a couple of different options that I may have to get them in. Everything is turned off at the moment. I'm just doing a cleaning on the upflow filters. Those are the only ones that have been running because of the depth of the water in here now. The EasyPod filters are only about half full, so they would not function at all based on the drop in the water level. The EasyPods do continue to function based on the way the pump and the return setup for the pump chamber is set up. So the upflows will continue to work, and as I said, I'm just doing a cleaning on those now. One option I am going to attempt to do is with my seine net here. I'm going to try and get this in. I did try yesterday, but it didn't settle enough to the bottom to round up the couple of fish to make them easier to catch. So I'm going to try something a little bit different today to weight the bottom down and try and get it to mold a little bit better to the bottom contour of the pond. Hopefully we'll be able to get the 2 fish out today. If not, I'll be working on it again tomorrow. Again, all weather permitting. The ones inside are doing very, very well. I'm sure they're not happy because of the change in volume of water that they are in. But I have to get the 2 out of here and get working on this leak issue, because it is down, as you can see, significantly. And that's, again, in the past 24 or 48 hours I have not been topping the water up in here at all, because I want the water to get to that level where it's going to stop, and then I can identify the source of the leak. So my challenge now is finding the 2 black koi, getting them out and then into the indoor pond. And I'm going to continue to let this drop, and then I can get in there with the waders on and get the leak sorted. At least that is my plan. So I'm going to continue to try something new with the seine net here. See if I can round up the 2 remaining koi and get them into the house, and then get working on this one. So I know the 2 of them, they're doing well in here. They did come up last night for a bit of food. The main challenge, as I said, now is because of the color of the liner, because of the color of the fish. When they go deep, they're very difficult to find. There's one just kind of, you can see it or not, just kind of cruising around the edge there. But as soon as the net goes in the water, of course the fish disappear. So I'm going to continue to try to round them up with my seine net and get them caught and moved indoors. So that is my challenge for the day. I'm going to be working on this on and off all day in different light conditions as the sun changes position in the sky here, and we'll see what happens. And I don't want to pump any water out to make it easier to get in and get the fish, because I want the leak to identify itself for the most part based on water level, and I don't want to sort of jeopardize that by pumping any water out to drop the levels. I also don't want to have a requirement to add more water just to see it disappear through a leak to identify it. So a bit of a challenge. I will get working on this now while the upflows are cleaning, because they will still need to continue to run until such time as I can get the koi out and then shut everything down. So I'm going to put the camera down now, see what I can do with my seine net, and once I have the koi out, I will certainly bring you an update on how they're doing downstairs and what's happening out here. So I will be back with you in the next, hopefully, little while, the next day or so. Hopefully I have everything sorted as far as the fish moved. From that point on, again, it's just shutting everything down, letting the water reach the settling point wherever the leak may be, and then figuring out what's next as far as getting things settled, sealed, and ready for next season. So I will bring you another update as soon as I have some new information. Thank you all for kind of hanging in there again, and I will be back with you hopefully soon. It is approximately 1 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon, and I am very happy to say I just managed to get the remaining black fish out of the outdoor pond using my makeshift seine net with some additions added to it to get a bit of extra weight. It was a bit of a challenge. I've been trying on and off for about 3 hours now to get the fish out, but it is now down in the indoor pond with the others, so I can now basically ignore this pond for the next few days and let the water seek its own level. As you can see around the edges here, try and get a little bit closer down here for you to take a look. The water has dropped significantly and it continues to drop. And with that in mind, I'm just going to leave things as they are. The filters are completely turned off now, as is the air, etc. So I'm just going to leave things to follow its natural course here as the water drains out through wherever the leak may be. And again, I do have a feeling that it is where the leaks were earlier in the season. In a way, that's kind of what I'm hoping, because it'll make the repair location and the repair getting done much easier for me. So I'm going to follow up over the next few days and see how this goes. Filter system, as I said, is completely shut off at the moment. I'm just going to leave it sit as it is, and then I will drain the water and everything out at a later date. So no urgency to get this part done yet. I will be working on reconfiguring the plumbing, as I had mentioned. So I'll be doing a bit of dry fitting and so on of that while I'm waiting for the pond to do its thing and just continue to leak. And not that I'm excited about a leak, but I am very much looking forward to finding the leak and getting it fixed, hopefully this time once and for all, and to have the pond refilled, ready for the winter, although the koi will now be staying indoors until next spring for their own safety. And again, I don't know how long it's going to take to get this matter resolved. The water will have to drain down about another 1.5 feet or so before I can do anything, and I'm pretty sure that that shouldn't take long at the rate that it is going. So I will bring everybody up to date with another segment on the video in the next few days, just to kind of give you a running commentary, if you will, of where the water level is and how close I believe I'm getting to the source of the leak. So that said, I'm going to put the camera down now. I will get a shot of the fish indoors soon, and we'll be able to just sort of probably culminate the video at that point, and then we'll do some regular follow-ups on the pond itself. So thank you again for watching. I will add the segment on the fish after this piece, and then call the video a day. So fingers crossed I can get this resolved soon, and hopefully this time permanently. Good morning all. Just a quick update on the koi being indoors. Going to do a short underwater video here just so you can see how well they are doing. I know they would be much happier if they're outside in the pond, but the leak continues. The water is continuing to drop at the rate of about 1.5 inches or more every 24 hours. So they needed to be in here so I can get that fixed. But I say I'll put you underwater now for a quick look at how they're doing. And I do apologize if the water looks a little bit murky. The filters are having to catch up with having all of the fish in here now. So the water should clear up within the next couple of days or so. But other than that, they are doing very well. And I'm just going to put the camera down now, and I will be back with you momentarily. And just to wrap up the video for now, another quick look at the pond. You can very clearly see how much water has drained out of the pond. At least another couple of inches since yesterday when I brought the last fish indoors. And it's now just a matter of waiting for it to continue to drain down to where the leak is. If the leak is at the inlets where it was previously in the early part of the season, the water's got to go down about another foot before it hits that return. So that will take a few more days in all likelihood, depending on weather, rain, etc. None in the forecast for at least the next few days that I'm aware of, although it is a bit overcast today. There's no rain predicted. So quiet out here right now, apart from the insects that you can hear chirping in the background. The water, as I say, is just trickling out wherever it's going to go through that leak. And then once that's done, I will get in there and try and resolve the matter once and for all. In the meantime, over the next few days, I'm going to start trying to reconfigure the plumbing for the filters for next season. Again, I do have an idea in mind as to what I want to do with that. That will be featured in an upcoming video as I progress along, and I'll kind of explain what it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and hopefully how it's going to turn out. So on that note, thank you all again for watching. If you have not already done so, please hit the subscribe buttons and the like, and leave a comment below. And please feel free to share this with any of your friends. Be very much appreciated. As always, your support is very much welcome and appreciated. Thank you all. Take care and happy ponding.